this chat completely frozen? Is my chat frozen, or are people just not talking? This is really weird. I feel like I'm watching a meme of who I am.
Who's next?
What is going on, you guys? It is another edition of I'm Dead Memes, hitting you upside the head with a smidge of meme gossip. Here at I'm Dead Memes, we cover current events, YouTuber drama, news, and anything that's pretty much popping on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you all have been keeping up with the Katie Joy drama that has been going on here on YouTube in this small sector of the YouTube universe, okay? I'm pretty sure over the last 3 days, you guys have found out about the Shane Dawson, Trisha Paytas, and Jeffree Star drama. Somehow, Katie Joy has interjected herself within that drama. Somehow she's a part of everything that's going on, but she just can't give us details right now. Anywho, and two, I'm also sure that you guys have seen and heard the shade that Katie Joy has thrown over to Emily D. Baker. If not, let me just sit this shade right here for you to sip on, honey. Yeah.
She's involving herself in is not good, and I'm not trying to threaten her, but I feel like she's been laughing at me this whole time, and I don't think she realizes that, like, everything she's doing is being watched because what she's doing is contributing to a lot of this biased hysteria. And it's, you know, it's not okay, and if you want to be a part of that team, it's like you're also amplifying yourself and putting yourself in the middle of a legal case, and do you really want to be in a legal case? Emily needs to wake the fuck up.
Emily needs to wake the fuck up.
Emily needs to wake the fuck up.
And if Emily continues to be a part of this harassment, I don't understand that she doesn't realize that she could end up in a countersuit. I don't understand how she doesn't realize that the behavior in which she's doing could have her end up being countersued for defamation.
So you guys, with that being seen and with that being said, I think it's pretty safe to say that allegedly Katie Joy is pretty much telling Emily D. Baker that she needs to sit her ass down and shut up and get out of her business, honey. Before she sends some legalese and some lawsuits flying her way. Leave y'all comments on what you think about that in the comment section below. I've seen a lot of people say on different sources, like here on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Reddit, that a lot of other people too are talking about Katie Joy's situation pretty much in the aspect of a legalese situation, in the aspect of a attorney and or the prospect of a lawyer and or a prosecutor. A lot of people are talking about her different alleged cases and her alleged lawsuits. KJ is targeting Emily D. Baker when in all actuality hundreds of people are talking about these different situations. I've also seen here too where a lot of people saying that this video was pretty much just clickbait because she knew good and well that her channel was not going to be taken down. Also too, she was kind of feeding into the drama, trying to title it as so that you needed to be concerned with the video, with her addressing if she was going to actually be losing her page, addressing the fact if YouTube was actually going to be deleting her channel. So a lot of people had those thoughts. Me personally, I was just wondering what was going to come about from all of this, because from outside looking in, when you see this video, her clearing the air about her YouTube channel potentially being shut down and all the petitions that have been out, you know, her allegedly violating YouTube terms of service and YouTube policy and the alleged lawsuits, it does look like YouTube could possibly pull the plug any day now. But then again too, I mean, when you look at her channel and when you really get into what Katie Joy is saying, you know, she has expressed that, you know, YouTube was her sole income. This was her bread and butter. And you kind of have to admit, the channel is still up. So you just have to wonder, like, okay, like, what is truly going on here? Is this all sort of like a thing to drum up drama and just to get people talking, or is this really things that are going on in her every day-to-day life? And to you guys, you'll have to excuse me because I absolutely had no idea what a YouTube manager was, okay? Comment in the comment section below if you had an idea what a YouTube manager was. I just did not. I guess I'm just not that heavy into the YouTube world as I should be, but as I started to like really dig into this, what a YouTube manager was, it was just like I didn't know she had a YouTube manager, or I really didn't know you needed a YouTube manager to talk about other people. I didn't know you needed a YouTube manager to, you know, do like commentary and or to do like TV reviews or whatever. I don't know, child. Shouts out to KJ if she really do have a YouTube manager, honey. I need me one. Hell, everybody need a YouTube manager, ain't it? Oh my God. But the part that really got me was when she said that she had actually had a Zoom call with YouTube. Oh God.
I did actually have a call with YouTube. So that's who I was on the phone with, like it was a video call.
So that's absolutely true. Not lying. I did a Zoom call with YouTube.
YouTube is my family's sole income. I am the sole provider for my family. So the last thing I would want to do is jeopardize anything. The ironic part is I don't have to take responsibility for anything because I haven't done anything.
Did y'all hear that? Now, one thing about it, two things for sure. I really didn't know you could have a Zoom call with YouTube. Maybe she worded it wrong. Maybe she was meaning to say that she had a Zoom call with her YouTube manager. I have no idea, but she definitely did say she had a Zoom call with YouTube, and that nearly took me out. And when she said that, I thought to myself, maybe, you know, I'm looking at this from a different lens, but questions here, okay? Does the manager pick the topics? Does the manager control the content? I mean, does the manager generate the keywords? I mean, like, or what type of contracts come with this whole managerial agreement? Like, I had no idea that you could have a YouTube manager. And I also wonder, like, what her YouTube manager is telling her to say and or do about the alleged lawsuits and all the alleged scandal. It's great that she, you know, cleared all of this up, and it makes for a really good video. Mind you, sidebar, after she did clear all this up, she went right over to talking about Jeffree Star and kind of like throwing him under the bus and bashing him. But nevertheless, I wonder if she's gonna make a video addressing all of the mass flagging, and all of the alleged flaggers that she had, all of the alleged trolls. And it's also too coming out now via Emily D. Baker, allegedly, that a lot of, you know, people on Instagram and a lot of people on YouTube and other social media platforms have been coming to Emily D. Baker, telling her that KJ has absolutely been hitting other people up, other content creators, other social networkers, as you could say, telling them, you know, that she would like them to work for her in different states, having them engage in alleged mass flagging. So, and like I need to say, I feel like I need to stress this too. Even though a lot of YouTubers are talking about KJ and the whole without a crystal ball universe, it feels to me as though like a lot of the YouTubers that are taking the time to create content about this stuff and to go live about this, they're coming with the receipts because they're essentially pulling things from Without a Crystal Ball's video itself. So they're coming with these receipts. It's just like, okay, this manager must be doing an amazing job. It's just like, okay. And also too, is the manager managing Without a Crystal Ball or Katie Joy Live? Or is it both? I don't know. These are questions I just asked to you guys so y'all can help me make it through. I have absolutely no idea. But one thing we do know is that Emily D. Baker is not the only one talking about the alleged Katie Joy issues. And like I said, people are talking about this in a lawyer perspective, in a attorney perspective, from a prosecutor perspective. So it's just like, what's the tea, child? I'm just gonna sit this right here so you guys can get into this and let me know what you think about this whole YouTube manager thing. Like, it just seemed kind of crazy to me, but I do know that there are like content creators who have like whole squads, okay? People who do their thumbnail, people who do their sound and visuals, people who do the editing, you know. and so many more things. But I just didn't feel like Katie Jo had a manager. But I could be wrong, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I definitely could be wrong. So leave your thoughts, comments, and suggestions about this whole thing. Sending everybody virtual hugs. Hope that everybody is staying safe through the pandemic. Okay? And yeah, you guys, hold your head up. Stay strong. I'll talk to you all next time.
I keep getting this same question over and over and over again, and I was like, well, I might as well just do a video and just do a live stream and answer questions about it, because I don't know who started this rumor. I don't know if it was like, it's been pretty persistent since October, early November, that YouTube was investigating my channel, and that I was in like higher ups at YouTube or looking at all my content, and I was in the process of being potentially terminated by the platform. And people have started these like petitions about my channel being removed from the platform. And so a lot of people have been thinking that YouTube is going to terminate my channel. And I was like, where do people come up with this kind of stuff? These rumors don't make very much sense to me at all. So I was like, okay, well maybe I can actually like talk to YouTube about this, because I haven't heard anything. And I always find it interesting because whenever there's like chatter and noise that's happening, I often feel like the things that are being said about me are kind of like this meme of who I am. It's like it's so far removed from the person that I actually am, and it doesn't even translate to like my daily life. It doesn't match anything, like nothing. Like I feel like I see all these different people making videos, and it's like the person that they're talking to in these videos isn't even who I am. It's so weird. I had my regular meeting today with my YouTube manager, and we were just going through some of the just normal day-to-day stuff. So I was sitting down with my YouTube manager, and I was just trying to understand, like, so anyways, I was sitting down with my YouTube manager, and I was like, I constantly get questions, and then I get all these comments like, YouTube's terminating your channel, I heard YouTube's terminating your channel, and I'm like, that's news to me. So I don't have any warnings at all. I don't have any strikes, nothing. So I don't have any community guideline strikes. I don't have any copyright strikes, and I don't have any like
I've only ever had one copyright strike in the entire time I've had my channel. It's the only strike I've ever had.
I talked to my YouTube manager today, and I said, have you heard anything from YouTube about my channel? And he was just like, I am your contact at YouTube, so I would know anything that's happening about your channel. I'm like, is anything going on with my channel? Like, is there something that I need to know about? Is there something that you haven't been telling me? And he was just like, no. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yes. And I said,
so my channel is not under review.
I said, is my channel under investigation? Is it under review? Is there any risk of this channel being terminated? And he said, absolutely not. So he said, if there was anything going on at YouTube, I would know about it. And if your channel was at risk, or if there was anything happening, I would know. They would contact me, because we would be working on it together. And I'm like, okay. So he said, rest assured, your channel's fine. There's zero chance of being terminated. You're in good standing.
Yes. So there's zero risk right now of my channel being terminated.
There's so much going on in the world, you guys. There's so many things, more important things for people to be worrying about. There's so many really serious things happening out in the world, and I feel like, there's just this like circus that's around me, and it's not even factual. It's crazy. And I find it odd that everything I say, people are constantly trying to say that I'm lying about, and I have zero reason to lie. Anyways, I'm gonna turn back on members only, because people seem to think that this is their opportunity to be rude to me.